We welcome you back inside Resolute Athletic Complex for our next championship game. This is 2029-2030 group that is playing in this title contest. And it is a matchup between Penn Lax and the Woodsmen. Happy that you are with us here for the 2025 U.S. National Box Tournament Championship. And we've got our first goal, but we've had a lot of early goals scored in this tournament. And just like that, it is 1-0.
Yeah, honestly, it's a little disrespectful. We're trying to give an introduction here. We're trying to get set up again. We got a lot of games. We're taking some breaks in between.
I'm trying to, anyways.
And they just go ahead and decide to get those early goals.
So the Woodsmen get the goal to take the 1-0 lead here in this contest. As good as that last game was, would have been nice to have a little extra breather to kind of enjoy what has gone on here this morning. This is our 4th championship game of the day and another breakout opportunity here, and that shot will go off the keeper. And now the battle along the far side. The Woodsmen are in the black and the yellow. It is Penn Lax in the blue and silver. And Penn Lax now will have possession. And boy, physicality continues here as we get to our older groups.
Yeah, it's definitely the trend of the day.
Oh, wow, and a diving shot, and it went in before in the crease, and we are tied at 1. That is really our first kind of diving try of the morning, and it was Ty Norman with the goal.
Yeah, great work from him. Doesn't get inside his defender, but he gets parallel and is able to make that leap. Survive that contact.
So Tyson Norman with the goal here for Penn Lax. And that'll knot things up at 1. That's our first 1-1 tie we've had today. Everything has started out at least 2 or more goals by the first scoring team of the day.
Which, all things considered, is pretty peculiar. What are we, 4 or 5 games in? 5 games in, and that's the first one.
And we're going to get a turnover here. It'll be Penn Lax now with the possession.
This game so far, yeah, definitely physical. That first goal from the Woodsmen was also off a very clean cut. I'm expecting some very top-notch skills, stick skills specifically, from the Woodsmen.
That shot will whistle wide. Another opportunity again just to the left of goal. Then a third rebound pickup, and that shot is no good. Now another low shot. That one was fired again by Norman. And a lengthy possession here on the shots, and now the Woodsmen will come out of there with possession of the ball. They try and work it ahead. Out on top with it, Jimerson will have it. Now a diving attempt in front, and that goal counts. Boy, 2 terrific goals in the first 3 of this one here so far this afternoon. And that will give the Woodsmen a 2-1 advantage. Diving try, Cash, Printup with the goal.
Yeah, Printup doing a good job there of using his body, his leverage. And just like the other goal that we saw that was a diving one, just going towards the cage with limited room. If you can operate in that small space, you can become a very successful player in the world of box lacrosse.
So that'll put the Woodsmen back on top by a score of 2-1. And it'll be Penn Lax coming out of there with possession. Lucas Sachs will fire it ahead. From a size perspective, it would appear the Woodsmen have a little more of a size advantage over Penn Lax in this one. That's a great catch out on front. A couple of dodges down low, and that shot is no good. And they'll come back the other way.
A great stick fake to open up that shot, but very poor placement from Penn Lax.
Now coming right back the other direction. They'll feed it way back out on top. Colin Golden will have it. Now Golden will fire it across, stepping into a shot. And that is another really fine save made on the other end for the Woodsmen.
Seems like Penn's offense is firing it just to fire it. I think they need to be more controlled and more deliberate about where they're placing those shots, and they'll start creating better opportunities.
Oh, good swim dodge in front, gaining some room, but that shot is no good. Looked like Dyson Nanikoff with the shot. Now the physicality up against the boards. Ball gets jarred free. Now they'll race it into the offensive end. Golden will have it along the near side wall. Out on top to Starnes. He'll take it all the way down to the right side, fired across the crease. Now Norman, his shot goes wide, and the ground ball rebound. Braxton Sanchez will pick it up, and the Woodsmen back the other direction, leading by a score of 2-1. Down under 7 minutes to play here in this first period. 3 13-minute running clocks. We do have a 30-second shot clock involved. And I guarantee you we will not have as many penalties in this game as we just had in the ladies' game a moment ago. But what a great matchup it was, won in overtime. Now a rebound try in front. That shot will go high. Keelan Johnson with that rebound try. And that shot, good save made. Boy, that was close to the shot clock expiring. That would have been tight.
Yeah, pinned against the post there by the keeper too. Talk about physicality so far in this game. What I've noticed is the stick checks that are really prominent. Not as much the body. Players are going for those takeaways. They're going for the hacks and slashes as opposed to driving the body out.
Now Penn Lacrosse with it, trailing here by a goal. And that gets knocked away. Luke Mulder had it. He was going to try and make a play, but they lost possession of it. Now Colin Bova, ahead of everybody, will fire, and a great save made by Cash on the other end. Now a loose ground ball will be picked up out in front. Johnson gets bounced around, hands it off. Another good save by Cash on a shot from right out in front by Schindler. Now in transition, here comes Penn Lax the other direction. And that shot, and it goes in! With 5:25 to go here in the opening period, Cole Seaman with the goal for the Penn Lax.
Great use of his player that was streaking ahead of him. Could make the pass, but decides instead, I'm going to throw that fake and open up the lane. The defender didn't know which way to look.
So Cale Seaman with the goal. And that will tie this game up. So Penn Lax now will have it, closing in on 4.5 minutes to go here in this opening frame. And that pass in front ends up getting right off the keeper. Then a shot almost rolls in. The goal itself has been just completely moved from its area after the save was made down in front.
Yeah, if I was a goalkeeper, that would be my strategy every single time. Just rotate the goal a little bit.
It'll never go in, right?
Pretend I'm falling backwards every time, and that's my recipe for success.
Oh, and another diving shot, but they'll say in the crease this time, so no goal.
I'm expecting the diving shot to be a key factor of this game. I think as the skill level increases, the athleticism increases of these older players, that's going to happen more and more often, as it's just a different way to attack the goal, and you don't always need to have your defender beat.
Just can't get over the amount of shot attempts here by Penn Lax, and they keep coming up with the rebounds and a reset, and here comes another one as well. Plus we've got a delayed penalty now on the Woodsmen, and so Cash, the keeper, has come off, and now an extra attacker comes running on here.
Yeah, I think they're taking a lot of inspiration from Dennis Rodman and Charles Barkley, learning how to rebound the ball as successfully as they are.
You're not even old enough to know those guys.
Oh,
at least
yeah.
You've read about them.
Watched
some
the
highlights.
Hardwood Classics.
Okay. So
on TNT in the summer.
The save was made there by Cortland Jonathan. And now the penalty here will go with 3 minutes remaining here in our first period of a tie game.
Now Penn really using the width of the field to draw out this defense. they're more capable shooters than the other teams we've seen so far just because of their age. So we'll see what happens when they can string together a few passes and open up a new shooting lane.
Shot clock winding down after the ball went back into their own offensive end. So they will fire. Whoa, what a great save made by the foot that time of Jonathan.
And that was a close one.
Now looking to step into a shot was Colin Golden. Now Seaman's shot will go wide, and again, they'll win the ground ball rebound. Still a man up right now for Penn Lax. Now again, Seaman, low right-hand corner, and a blistering shot goes in.
Yeah, fantastic placement. The shot he had before that was almost the same, except a little inside, so it bounced off the foot. This time he really dialed in his stick, able to follow through, finish, and put it right low and into the corner, exactly where he was aiming, or at least where he'd tell you he was aiming.
Well, Seaman with a terrific first period of play now for them. 2 out of their 3 goals here in the opening stanza. That's down to 1:37 to play. Waiting for the Woodsmen to get their 5th player out onto the field. Anthony Abrams battling for the Woodsmen on that face-off X, and Woodsmen will end up with it. And so an offensive possession here for the team in black and gold.
It's been a while since they've had a settled one. Their first one that ended up with a fantastic look. They have no doubt they'll try and replicate that again.
That shot by Maddox Schindler goes wide, but they have the possession. Martin Jimerson now will fire it over here to the near side. They'll gather it along the wall. That shot from way out on the right, no good. Rebound try, just didn't stay in the stick of the Woodsman player. And here come Penn Lax with 43 seconds to go in the opening period.
When you're trying to get that quick release, when there's people all around you, you feel that pressure. Sometimes catching that ball, which is something that's not always hard to do, becomes a very difficult task.
Low shot, good save made. Ball still free out in front. Jonathan will cover it up. And it'll be Woodsman possession, down to 20 seconds to go here in the first quarter. So they will hold for the final shot. And trying to find some room and space, but unable to was Herb John. And that is going to end our first period of play. 3-2, Penn Lax has the lead after 1. You are watching the 2025 U.S. Box National Championship Tournament here from Columbus, Ohio. We'll return to action here. Second period between Woodsman and Penn Lax. And it'll be Penn Lax with the possession. Seaman goes crashing in Now he'll try and fire it out on top. That got deflected and will come all the way out near midfield. Cale Seaman, no lack of speed. Man, can he burst into the offensive end. Good dodge there. Ran out of room. Now they'll rework it on the other side.
Yeah, Cale Seaman has taken the workload.
Wow, and a shot from over here on the near side. Lake Mulder will bury it on the far side post.
I was going to say that that's fantastic placement from him, bottom left, in time and room. Yeah, Cale Seaman, like you had said, he's very strong. He's been picking up some very good ground balls, and he's been their primary offensive initiator. He's gone to goal nearly every time he's picked up the ball. The Woodsmen should key on that, try and get him into a double team scenario, get that ball, take that away, see what happens. Because he is really picking up the offensive workload for this Penn team.
So Woodsmen will have it. By the way, I want to make one correction. Franklin John is the keeper for Woodsmen. The numbers are a little difficult to identify, and a 1 and a 7 look very similar. So we apologize for the mistake on that, and it is Franklin John in goal for the Woodsmen now to our right. They have possession in search of a goal here. Now that shot whistles back. Terrific save by Bryce Cash, who's had a great start to this game. But the defender who picked it up, Tommy Engel, couldn't stay out of the crease, so it'll head back over to the Woodsmen here early in our second period.
And Woodsmen are generating a lot of their shots off a sweeping dodge, just getting to the middle of the field, just like that. But they haven't yielded a lot of goals out of it yet. Either they need to dial in their shooting or look for alternative ways to score.
Again, shot from out on top. And another good save. Boy, to your point, it seems like everything is funneling right to the middle of the field, making it pretty easy for Cash in terms of seeing it and making the saves.
Yeah. That sweep is something that oftentimes will open up a lot of looks. But again, the Woodsmen have not been able to finish them yet, so not a strong play for them.
Now that low shot, good save made. Andrew Starnes on the shot attempt for Penn Lax. Now Woodsmen trying to get back on the other end. They had somebody leak out all the way ahead, but nobody could make that long field pass. And trailing here by a score of 4-2. They don't want to make a mistake here and give away a possession.
Now, if Starnes wanted to score there, he needed to take an extra step upfield to increase his angle.
Boy, quick turnaround shot attempt there by Cash Printup, who has a goal. And a good save again by Cash. Now trying to step in, Seaman. He'll fire and score. My goodness. The hesitation and the quick release.
Yeah, that froze every defender initially, and then he was able to get one step out there and place a fantastic shot. That's some of the best lacrosse dodging and shooting we've seen all day. Is that 3 for him?
That is 3 for him.
It's 3 for him.
So Seaman with the 3-goal game thus far, and still 9:20 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, if I'm the Woodsman, it might be worth walking him off, finding a guy who can match his speed, if that's possible, shutting him down.
Oh, and there's a pretty goal back the other way. Maddox Schindler, very patient, able to get that one by Cash.
Yeah, his timing there was perfect. He knew the stick fakes he wanted to throw. He knew the direction he wanted to get that goalie to move. And as a result, he finishes top right, easy peasy. Again, really good players, especially in lacrosse, know you don't always need speed to score a good goal. That was just a pass to the back of the net.
A little higher scoring game here than we've seen in some of our others thus far. And 8 goals here thus far, with still not even to the halfway point of our second period. This ball's going to roll towards Cash in the crease, but it never got there. And it'll end up being Penn Lax with possession. Costa will fire it ahead to Seaman and just watch him gallop his way downfield. Blows right by the defender, goes behind the back with the pass. Now a shot and a save as it comes right out in front. Shot attempt that time by Wyatt Starnes. He almost looked surprised the pass was coming to him.
Yeah, he thought that was going to be a shot for sure. I think Most players would when you're unprotected like that.
Oh, and another diving try and another goal. Schindler with back-to-back goals. Beauty out in front. It's a one-goal game.
Yeah, Maddox Schindler there gets the defender off guard. Wasn't expecting a dodge from such a low angle, but again, that's what that jump, that's what that crease dive can do for you. Create opportunities out of situations in which you think there might not be any. So very savvy play from him, very strong finish to round it out.
So down to 7:20 to play here in period number 2, and it's back to a one-goal game after Penn Lac scored 4 straight.
Both of these teams in one-on-one scenarios are very quick to score. It's really been the chaos of transition or settled defense where they've had their struggles. It's really going to be who can start to find more opportunities in those settled possessions that'll come out on top.
Another diving try, but a little bit too far behind the net to connect on the goal, and Penn Lac will race back the other direction here with the possession. Colin Golden will back things off. Now Lake Mulder. Mulder will work it here to the near sideboards, closing in on the halfway point of our second. Couple of steps in, Mulder is shut off. Now they work it around the perimeter. Seaman tries to feed it down low, but that pass went right past the open Tyson Norman. Shot clock goes off, and the Woodsmen, trailing by a goal, will have possession.
Yeah, the right idea there for Penn on offensive execution, or on offense, just not able to execute. The roll there, the pass is a little too quick to handle in those close quarters.
Now again, trying the dunk shot was Schindler this time. He's trying to score about every human way possible. That was a pretty lofty goal.
Yeah, I think he's putting together a highlight reel, trying to send it out to some coaches most likely, but he's going every which way towards the goal. Fantastic to watch, but if you can't execute, it's unfortunately just a turnover for your team.
Seaman will fire it off to the wing, and a goal from out on the left. Colin Golden blisters one in to give him a 6-4 advantage.
Yeah, Cale Seaman's offensive prowess is becoming a real threat for this Woodsman's team. Not only is he opening up his own shooting lanes, but he's getting a lot of defensive help, and now it's a quick pass to someone else who are capable shooters.
So I was thinking the same thing. The last 3 times he's come down, he's drawn everybody, and he's given it up. I mean,
all eyes have been on him because of those first 3 goals.
Yep. And
it looks like these Penn players, while they haven't shown it on their own, can shoot just fine when they have the chance and time and room.
And it'll be Norman coming out of there, 2-on-1. Norman will try and gain some space, shoots and scores. That time Tyson Norman took it himself, goes 5-hole for the goal.
Good work. One thing he did there that is pretty savvy is he disguised and hid his stick behind his helmet for a long time. His release point was unique. He put it low. That keeper didn't really know where it was going until the last moment when it was too late.
And do we have a timeout called here, or?
I think so.
2 teams are kind of heading towards their respective benches. Game clock is still winding. And so now they will get it stopped. We'll have to see if they put any more time back on. Either way, timeout apparently has been used. Each team gets 1 per game.
Now they put way too much time on the clock.
Yeah. 44-50, probably too much.
That'd be a death match at that point with this amount of players.
And the next game that's going to start after this one, they
blow right by that too. Well, I think they were going to do 4 teams on the field actually.
Ooh, I like the idea.
Never before seen.
I like the idea.
Lacrosse opportunity.
Would you put 2 goals on either side of midfield as well, and you can just score on any goal, like omni-ball in soccer?
Maybe, or have 2 simultaneous games, and they just have to avoid the other team's playing. So there's still 2 goals.
Who are the keepers? Who are the keepers?
I think they share it, maybe.
Well, that'll be really hard to score with 2 keepers in net.
That's just a challenge for team lacrosse, I guess.
All right, so back to some normalcy away from what Jonathan and I are trying to create. Somebody's going to take our idea and make millions off of it. You watch.
No doubt. We'll go to Shark Tank with it before they do.
The Woodsmen trailing now all of a sudden again by 3 after working so hard to get back to within a goal.
Both of these teams can score quick, so that puts defensive effort as something that kind of is underrepresented.
Oh, losing the handle out in front was Print Up with a chance to try and score. Good defense there, but the ball just rolled right over to Colin Golden, and so now they will work their offense. Not going to have a lot of shot clock remaining as they finally get it across the line. Pass out on top. Golden lets it fire. Good save made there as it's going to roll down into the corner.
Perfect timing with the reset right around the corner.
3:18 to go here in the second period. Woodsmen trailing with possession. Long run here. Good. Feet across, and a diving shot attempt will go off the keeper and out of bounds. So it'll stay Woodsmen possession.
I think the last probably 5 shot attempts from the Woodsmen have all been diving opportunities. They realized again that sweep is there you go.
And there's a goal. Or is he in the crease? He was in the crease. So Dyson Neniak will not get credit for the goal on a pretty attempt, but doesn't count. 2:45 to play in the second.
See Penn being a lot more comfortable settling now.
That shot from out on top.
Their shots have had such speed that they oftentimes get the rebound.
Yeah.
They'll bounce off the pad so quick.
Seaman fires just a little low and left. This will carry him out near midfield. Will it be scooped up by Bova. He'll take it in with a teammate to his left. Beautiful pass. Terrific save by Cash. Karams into the crease behind the netting where it's picked up by Penn. And a long pass ahead, and on the changeover, Norman gets in, and another save made by Franklin John. Both keepers making great saves. Under 2 to play in the second.
Strong work there. It's a 3-goal game. We don't know how missed opportunity in transition like that could go on to haunt Penn State if they're not able to come back.
And they play on here. And an easy opportunity in front. Cash, I believe, has made the save. It looks like it's in his gear, and it is. Boy, how many 1-on-0 opportunities has he stopped?
Quite a few.
They can't find the ball anywhere.
Can't hide the ball right now.
Official says here, let's use this one in my pocket. Game clock has stopped as they try and figure out where this ball is.
Nothing like in the prime heat of competition to have something happen like this where it really kind of grounds everyone, I think.
I think they got it. I didn't see him actually get it, but I believe they did.
Yeah,
So
looks
Penn,
like he's just adjusting his pads now.
So Penn's going to restart here. Game clock, 1:18 left here in the second. Lucas Sachs, takes a shoulder, lost the possession, and it's a 2-on-1. Great catch, moving in, shooting and scoring. Braxton Sanchez with a goal.
Yeah, crazy defensive to offensive transition there. Penn, I keep saying Penn State because the colors.
Absolutely.
Penn doing a good job there. Normally, in transition of having someone to throw to, having an outlet, but once that outlet gets removed, the Woodsmen are quick to attack and get transition opportunities.
So we're going to be down to the last 30 seconds of the period. Whichever team wins this face-off is going to have a chance to hold for the final shot of the third, and it looks like it'll be Penn Lax. It's 7-5 in favor of Penn. Game clock now 15. They hit Seaman coming out of the bench. Great shot, another terrific save by Franklin John. 5 seconds, shot from out on the wing. Good deflection by the defense. Loose ball, ending our second period. The U.S. Box National Championship Tournament from Columbus, Ohio has 1 period left in this matchup between Penn Lax and Woodsmen. Penn Lax with a 7-5 lead will return right after this. Well, fun game in our 2029-2030 age group, as it is 7-5 in favor of Penn Lacs. Final 13 minutes of this game. And we've certainly seen here with this little bit older group, Jonathan, the skill level has certainly been raised here in this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's really come down to shooting placement and how many shots they can accurately get on cage at this level. And then, of course, the around crease acrobatics.
Ooh. So we are back underway here in our third period. Woodsmen in the black and yellow, Penn Lacs in the blue. Woodsmen trailing. They really could use the next goal in this game. Firing from out on top, and that one wide as Martin Jimerson. Now they work it down below. Good patience. Jimerson tries to work himself free, just muscles his way and scores to make it a one-goal game.
Jimerson is an absolute monster out on the field. He uses his size to protect his stick, get inside. No one's able to move him, and it's tough to get a stick check on him. As a result, he's able to finish quickly inside.
So first goal of the game for Martin Jimerson, 7-6 is our score now. Face-off win going to be taken here by Penn Lacs. So far, Cale Seaman, Tyson Norman.
Now look, they're face guarding Cale Seaman.
Seaman 25 in blue as the three of their goals in this one. Norman has a pair. Norman with the ball right there, shoots it wide. He'll recover it down low, Colin Golden. Now Seaman tries to pivot around, tries to shoot it through traffic. And Seaman will pick it up, going to have to get rid of it in a hurry as he tries to find Norman down low, and he scored! Took a shot after he let it go, and somehow from tight quarters got it to go.
Yeah, fantastic shooting from him. This game is going to be one off the back of Colin Seaman if Penn wants to win and hoist the championship trophy. Like you said, 3 goals and probably equally as many assists so far in this game, which means he's probably a part of or responsible for nearly all of the points on the scoreboard for this Penn team. His speed, his vision has been great.
Yep, absolutely. So now 8-6. Penn pushes it back out to a 2-goal advantage. Once led by 3 at 5-2. We had a couple of ties in this game at 1 and at 2. But ever since Penn Lacs took that 5-2 advantage, they have remained on top in this contest.
I think it's going to take a big effort from the Woodsmen to really dethrone that little lead that Penn has developed.
Oh, and another one will sneak 5-hole. This time Colin Golden got it to go. Boy, and a couple of tough goals here against the Woodsmen.
Impressive work. Colin Golden, using his speed, he's generated a lot of speed off of that shot. He's created a lot of good opportunities for him.
And you wonder now if they've found something on keeper Franklin John. That there have been a lot of low shots here as of late, back-to-back going 5-hole.
Yeah, when you're shooting like that, you can sacrifice placement for quick release. So you're really testing how low and how quick can that keeper drop to make the save. And if it's not fast, then you can pull that every single time and nothing will change. You'll get a goal.
Bryce Cash with another terrific shot on that point-blank attempt by Braxton Sanchez. Now Sanchez has it back. Gives it up. On the move with it. Print up. Try to work it down low. Knock free. Penn Lacs has the possession. Tommy Engel. Now we'll try and fire it ahead. Great catch was made there by Lucas Gade, who then made an even better pass. And now Mulder will slow things up here and allowing the substitutions to come on.
Stringing together passes and transitions really is saving the legs of these Penn players, and it's also preventing them from getting too much contact, not being able to survive it.
Another one goes 5-hole, but didn't go in, or did it? It's in the stick. I guess the referee pointed, but I think he was pointing that it was in the stick.
Looks like it. Didn't see both hands go up.
And 1,000% sure. I don't think a timeout was taken. Something has occurred.
We had it looks like a scoreboard shut off for a moment too.
Oh, maybe.
That's what I think it happened.
Okay, so no goal.
A little power surge.
Okay.
So they just sent the teams to the bench for a moment.
Very fortunate that in Central Ohio this week it's been cool, and certainly a cool morning today. Was in the low 50s when the facility opened up, and so not overly warm at all inside the facility, which does have air conditioning, but still in the hot summer it can get kind of warm, and you got those goalies with all that gear on.
Oh, I feel so bad for them day in and day out.
So it hasn't been too bad inside here today. Good pass again by Seaman. Norman hopped his way into the crease, and Woodsmen will have it. 9:15 to play here in the third period.
Time is running out for the Woodsmen to really get over this hump and take the lead. Doesn't seem like they're feeling the pressure yet, but that's because they're a pretty quick scoring team. So only time will tell. Good contact there from Penn State's defense. The Penn defense, I gotta stop saying that. I just think Nittany Lions every single time I see the color.
Again, it makes total sense.
I'd imagine they are from Pennsylvania.
Well, absolutely. 8.5 minutes to go in the game. Penn Lax with a 9-6 advantage.
Seems like any time the Woodsmen have gotten close, Penn State's responded, gone right back.
Good feed across, great catch, low shot. Good save made that time again with a low opportunity by Penn Lax on that shot.
Yeah, the Woodsmen, I think their pressure has really died down. At first on defense, they were able to throw some checks. They were able to get out there and make this Penn Lax team very uncomfortable. And it seems like that pressure has died down. Their ability to apply that has kind of waned.
Shot here, that goes wide, caromed off the referee, and then will be picked up by Franklin John, the goalkeeper. Still ways to go, closing in on 7.5 minutes, but the Woodsmen are going to need 3 more goals while keeping Penn Lax off the board. They got to get going here offensively.
It's been a while since they've put one in the cage. I think having a settled opportunity, something that'll be good.
Scored in the first 30 seconds of this period to get it back to a 1-goal game, but Penn Lax quickly came back with 2 goals in just over 1 minute and 10 seconds to push it back out to 3.
Yeah, and the Woodsmen initially were doing some fantastic cuts, some fantastic ball movement, and that really disappeared as the game progressed. Kind of went to more of this solo ISO one-on-one movement. I'd like to see them return to that, especially because it opens up dodging lanes as well.
Seaman had that shot deflected off of another player's stick. Woodsman in transition. Oh, what a great defensive play. Ball remains free. It'll be picked up here. Turning, firing it right off the chest of Cash. And we get a whistle. And looks like a penalty is coming here against Penn Lax. Boy, Maddox Schindler, who's got a couple of goals in this game, had a point-blank opportunity, but fired it right into the chest of the keeper.
No, I was hoping to get more of a look that was uncontested, I think, off the spin. And that's ended up not being what ended up happening. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to capitalize on it. A little bit of extracurriculars too now.
Jonathan, is this our first penalty? Is this our first man up?
I think so. I think this is the first man up of this game. It's been scrappy, but it hasn't been unpolished or illegal yet. But now that changes.
Well, in perfect timing here for the Woodsmen, down 3 goals. They need a goal. Shot from out on top, right at Cash. Makes an easy save. Anthony Abrams with that shot.
That shot was uncontested. One more step there, I think, would have been the best move. The Woodsmen are not being patient even when they have the man-up opportunity. It's making it difficult.
Penn trying to clear here, again down a man. Now they've got a little bit of a fast break opportunity. Good save there made by John. Scramble for that ground ball is finally going to be picked up by Starnes. He'll keep possession of it. Also, that shot caroming off the keeper reset the shot clock to kill some more time here on this man down for them.
Yeah, it's working perfectly for Penn Lax right now. They're just able to run around the outside, survive some pressure.
So that shot goes wide. Woodsman in transition the other direction. Renson Hill's shot goes wide. Down under 5 to go in the game, down by 3. Now Hill fires it down low on the right. And that's going to be another crease violation. So Schindler went dodging in, but got too deep.
Looks like a lot of players are having some extracurricular communication. Great way to escape the double team there from Penn.
Boy, Seaman again, a great trail check to take it away. Dyson Naniak with a great play.
This game has really kind of devolved into quick transition shots, scrappy opportunities, and lots of contact. If it continues on the course it's at, I'm pretty sure this is the Penn Lax win.
3-2 Penn at the end of the first period of this one. They led 7-5 going into the third period. That shot off target. Rebound for Woodsman. They need a goal here as that bouncer will go over top and head back over to Penn Lax. And it looks like they're going to squander, Jonathan, an opportunity of the man up.
Unfortunate for them, but just didn't have the patience or those cutting skills that they were relying on so heavy early on. That first goal that they scored, I said, oh boy, this Penn Lax team's going to be in trouble, and we haven't seen anything like that since.
Yeah, again, the first goal of the game, Woodsman 40 seconds deep. Another offensive opportunity, shot goes wide. Woodsman will run down this rebound all the way out on top, Colin Bova.
Every single one of their shots has been contested so far, and it's made it very difficult for any of them to really challenge the keeper.
And a lot of desperation shots now by the Woodsmen as they're just trying to get anything to go in, down by 3, and now Penn Lax has possession. And smartly, they'll just run some time. Lucas Sachs. Sachs will get by a defender. He'll just back it off to Seaman. Takes a glance at the shot clock. Fakes a shot downfield. And Seaman now will just give it up. So they run their 30 seconds, 2:18 to play in the game. And it's going to take quite an effort here from the Woodsmen to score 3 goals late.
Yeah, with time on their side, Penn is probably feeling very comfortable right now.
Well, spinning, getting towards the cage. That one saved again by Bryce Cash, who's had a terrific game for Penn Lax today in goal. Under 2 minutes to go in the game.
Yeah, he's done a good job making the saves he needs to, and then a couple extra you wouldn't expect. And that's been all that Penn Lax needs to be a comfortable team dominating this championship game.
And again, Penn Lax just going to run some time. Under 1:35 now to play. Mulder fires. That one hit a defender. Woodsmen have it, but down by 3. Al Johnson will try and make a play. Swinging around the perimeter, fire from the left side, and a goal. Dyson Naniak with the goal with 1:11 to play in the game.
Yeah, great placement there. Kind of keeps both his hands low on his stick and stretches to really drive that shot home. 2 goals is not an impossible thing to overcome with 1:10 left in the game, but it will certainly be challenging for the Woodsmen as time runs down.
So 9-7 because it's under 3 goals. Late in the game, clock stops, 1:11 to play. And this next faceoff, Jonathan, becomes large.
Yeah, there's a lot of implications behind this one. Penn Lax and the Woodsmen both pretty even so far. Great work to boost that ball around.
And Penn Lax will call timeout after winning that face-off. Norman won that battle along the board, took a pretty good check, but was able to hang on to it. And smartly, they will use their timeout here.
Yeah, if I'm the coach for Penn Lax right now, I'm saying, hey guys, stay spaced out, stay open. Let's just throw a pass anytime someone comes near us, run this clock out. We've been doing a good job getting resets, so maybe step in when you can, but no pressure to score right now with a minute left. 30 seconds and a full shot clock for us.
2027, 2028 group will wrap up things. The Lakers and the Hellbenders are coming up after this one concludes for our final championship game of the day. It's been a fun morning and now into the afternoon, and the highlight was our girls high school division right before this that went overtime and ended on a penalty shot with 50 seconds to go in the overtime for the win. This one was a good one, but Penn Lax was able to kind of pull away. Seaman's going to run around with possession and take quite a beating.
Yeah, if there's anyone you want to have the ball on his stick, it's going to be the guy who hasn't dropped it, lost it, and is pretty comfortable taking on the entire team. He'll draw a penalty before he loses the ball.
And able to try and run the 30 seconds of the shot clock, just dumped it back into the middle. It ends up being intercepted, so still a pulse here for the Woodsmen, down by 2. They need one to go. Oh, what a terrific opportunity, misses wide.
Yeah, great look, spot feed too. Wasn't where he was at, but where he was going to be.
And then Penn Lax wins the ground ball, and they can run it out now. 2-goal advantage. Kevin Costa will just fire it to the other side off of the wall. At this point, with 10 seconds to go, they'll move in, fire one more shot. Cash makes one more save. Time will expire, and the game is over. What a terrific win by Penn Lax. A final score of 9-7. And again, great goalie play by Bryce Cash for Penn Lax, and they will get the win here today.
Yeah, relying on Gail Seaman, who's probably been the best player overall in any game we've seen so far, as well as some fantastic shooting from off-ball looks, from drawing defenders, and that got them a championship win here today.
Seaman had the 3 goals by the 9:50 mark of the second, and then as you illustrated, he became a distributor and almost a decoy at times.
Yeah, no, he drew so many guys that it didn't really become an issue for him to throw the ball. It didn't make sense to keep it at all. He said, oh, fine, I'll get rid of it. I'll pass it along. Life's good because I know my shooters can capitalize on that opportunity.
Penn Lax defeats Woodsmen by a final score of 9-7. And we've got one more championship game to go, so stay with us. Coverage of the U.S. National Box Lacrosse Tournament from Columbus, Ohio will continue.